Hi there, ladies. So if you have recently gotten out of a narcissistic relationship, or maybe if you're still untangling yourself, you might be feeling lost or overwhelmed and unsure of what to do next. You might even be Googling things late at night or scrolling TikToks and YouTube videos, looking for something, anything to help you to feel more normal again. If this is you, I want to talk directly to you today. I know you're looking for something simple, something inexpensive, and something real, not fluffy, not complicated. Just a clear guide on what you can do right now to start healing from narcissistic abuse. Thanks so much for joining me for this week's video. My name is Beany, and I am a trauma-informed coach with real life experience, having lived with a narcissist for an entire decade. And I help women to move on with their lives after abuse. So this week, I want to talk about things that will actually help you to move the needle forward, because time alone does not heal. Purposeful and intentional work does. And I want to walk you through what that work looks like. So we hear people say a lot that time heals. Well, I'm here to tell you that time alone is not enough. So first, can we just acknowledge something that a lot of people don't say? Just leaving the narcissist is not the finish line. It's actually the start line. See, all that time that you spent in that relationship, you were kind of in the negative. When you finally are able to leave and you're able to escape, you're actually at square one. So yes, time helps. Yes, distance helps. Yes, no contact helps your nervous system to reset. But if you don't do that inner work, you're still going to be stuck in those same patterns, those same triggers, and those same emotional wounds. Healing from narcissistic abuse takes active effort. And it starts with checking off small but very powerful boxes every single day. So let me walk you through the first set of things that you can start doing immediately, even today. Number one, daily walking. Move that trauma out of your body. One of the simplest and most underrated tools is walking. Yes, just simply walk. See, when you've been in survival mode, your nervous system is kind of flooded with cortisol and adrenaline and trauma energy, and all that energy has to go somewhere, right? And if it stays trapped in your body, it feeds your anxiety and your intrusive thoughts and your emotional exhaustion. Daily walking, especially outside and in nature, if at all possible, helps to move that trauma through your body and out. You don't have to speed walk, you don't have to jog, just whatever you're able to do at this moment. Small steps, and then continue to work on building and building. Some type of gentle movement can kind of calm your nervous system and ground you in the present moment. Try this. Put on a podcast or calming music or a book on tape or nothing, and just listen to all that is around you and go for a walk. Breathe in deep. Let your body catch up with your mind. Okay, number two, the next thing that you can begin to do right now is to work on some mindset shifts for yourself. Attack the lies that you have been taught. So let's talk a little bit about mindset. When you've been with a narcissist, your mind becomes full of limiting beliefs. I'm too much. I'm not enough. I don't deserve better. It's my fault. I can't trust anyone. But see, those things, those are not facts. Those are lies that you were conditioned to believe. And so to begin to condition your mind in a different direction, you need a plan of attack for when those beliefs pop up for you. And here's how you're going to do it. First off, notice it. You're going to pause and catch the belief in real time. Oh, there's that voice telling me that I'm unlovable or that I'm not enough again. And then number 2 is you're going to name it. You're going to call it as it is, which is a trauma response, not a truth. This thought was planted by someone else who benefited from my own self-doubt. And then the third thing that you're going to do is you're going to reframe it. Say something truer, more kind, more empowering, like maybe, I am healing, I am learning, I am enough, even as I grow. Do this consistently, daily, maybe even hourly, and you're going to start to rewire your brain out of that trauma mode. Okay, next one, gratitude. This is really an underestimated superpower that I believe we all have, and it is going to help your brain to reclaim your power bit by bit. Gratitude, it's not about ignoring pain. It's about kind of balancing that emotional scale. Now, I understand that when you are fresh out of toxicity, finding things to be grateful for can almost seem impossible, because when you've been abused, your brain becomes wired to constantly scan for danger. But gratitude is how you begin to retrain your mind to also notice safety, notice love, and notice goodness. So here are a few things that you can try for daily gratitude practices. At the beginning of the day, tap into your 5 senses and write down, text, or maybe even put in your notes 5 things that you are grateful for. Something that you see, something you hear, something you feel, something you smell, and something you taste. Okay, that's number 1. The second one, at the end of each day, write down 3 things that made you feel safe, maybe made you feel connected, or maybe made you feel proud. So these are just 2 suggestions for you. I also might suggest that you have an accountability partner, someone that can help you to remember, remind you to put your mind in that space of gratitude. The more you notice the good, even the tiniest pieces, the more good you will see, and the more your brain will start to believe that healing is happening. Okay, so your next actionable step is what you're doing right now in this moment, and that is educating yourself, right? Knowledge is power. You cannot heal what you don't understand. Reading books, listening to podcasts, or watching content like this are powerful tools. Education helps you make sense of all of the chaos, the cycles, the patterns, and it also helps you to kind of break that shame that you feel with it all. And so here are some recommendations. Dr. Ramani, anything by her. She wrote a great book called It's Not You. There's also a book by Dr. Nadine Macaluso called Run Like Hell. Great book. Some podcasts might be, these are ones that I love. The Mel Robbins podcast. Also, We Can Do Hard Things. Great podcast. And then YouTube channels. Of course, this one. And then others are dedicated to narcissistic abuse and trauma healing. So committing to just 10 to 15 minutes a day is a really great way for you to begin to fill your brain with positivity. Knowledge gives you the language for what you went through, and being able to articulate that then gives you power. Okay, ladies, and here is the last actionable step I have for you. Begin to build a support system. You were never meant to do this alone. Narcissistic abuse isolates you. It convinces you that no one else gets it, that no one would believe you, and that you're the problem. And so it kind of only makes sense that healing from it should be all about connection, right? Whether it's a trauma-informed coach like me, a support group, or just a friend you trust, find your people. You can start really small. Join maybe online forums or a Facebook group for survivors. Maybe share videos or articles with friends and say, this is what I've been going through. Or simply text someone and say, hey, I'm trying to heal. I could use some support. I know it might feel awkward at first, especially since you've been conditioned to hide it all, but connection is medicine. Even one safe person can help to change everything for you. Now, for some, you may be doing some or all of these things. If you are ready to go a step further, here's just a few little bonus practices to explore. Journaling. You can free journal or you can use prompts like, what do I need to hear today? Or what would I tell my past self? The second one is verbal affirmations. Say affirmations to yourself out loud while looking into your eyes. I know it might be uncomfortable at first, but I'm telling you, it's incredibly powerful. And then the next one is inner child healing. Being able to nurture that younger version of you that was maybe neglected or invalidated or unloved, you can become kind of the parent to yourself that maybe you never had. There is so much to read up on with regards to your childhood attachments, and it's really powerful. Okay, so there it is. A whole laundry list of actionable steps for you that you can begin taking today. And after hearing those steps, you may be doing better than maybe even you thought, or maybe this is feeling like a lot. If it's feeling like a lot, take a deep breath. You don't have to do all of it today or tomorrow or next week or even next month. Start with one item from the list. Maybe it's a walk. Maybe it's reading a book. Maybe it's working on a gratitude journal. And then keep doing it until it becomes a habit and you feel ready to move forward onto the next one on your list. So I created a handbook and it's called She's Up. And this handbook maps out some of the things that are on this list as well as more. And this handbook is going to help you to not only stay organized, it's going to help to hold you accountable. It's going to give you lots of new strategies and ideas to kind of keep yourself purposefully healing. Oh yeah, and I also included 12 free trainings along with it to get you started, and I'll link it below here. Remember, you don't have to do this all perfectly. Healing is not linear. Some days you might feel really strong, other days you might feel like you're back at square one. That's okay. What matters is that you start and that you don't stop showing up for yourself, because you are worthy of peace. You are worthy of safety, and you are worthy of love that doesn't require you to shrink yourself. So thank you so much for joining me for this week's video. If this helped you, please like and subscribe and maybe drop a comment below. What's the one small thing that you're going to try this week to help with your own healing? You're not alone. You're not crazy. You're not broken. You're just healing. And that is powerful. I'll see you in the next video. And as always, I'm rooting for you.